Hello, I'm Mr. Jaffe, and I'm here to give you further instruction for our online school. Today's Monday, the 16th, the first day. I gave you photo booth, no, sorry, photo challenge yesterday to get started today with, and now I'm also giving you this for today or tomorrow morning. I'll probably midday be giving out new assignments, so you can either do the one that was given the day before or do the one that's assigned that day, depending on if you want to use the morning or the afternoon. All right, so this one is called Rule of Thirds, and it'll be a quick lecture that I'll give you about the Rule of Thirds, and then afterwards you'll take a quiz, an online quiz. So, and it'll be all in Schoology, obviously. It's we're already watching this training video, so you assume it's already there, right? Okay, so anyway, let's get started. There was a few questions about the photo challenge. Probably all of you might have similar issues. For the app, the Wix app, uh, you want to go where it says to log in with an email address and use your email address and your password that you use in the classroom in room 31 to access your Wix account, your username and password. If you forgot your password, then you want to click on the link that says forgot password, and they'll send you an email that you can use to reset the password. You'll find the email if you go to ClassLink, go to the Outlook app, and you should see the email right there. You just click on the link, and they'll reset your password. You'll use that username and password, of course, then to access the Wix account. You only use Wix on your phone to upload from your phone to Wix your pictures. You don't try to edit your pages on your phone. That I haven't even figured out how to do that yet. That's a whole different type of website because it'll be just used on the phone. However, you can use the Wix app to get the images from your phone uh, to your upload media folder that you have on your Wix account. Then go to your Chromebook and log into Wix, the website Wix, not on your phone, but on your Chromebook. And you'll be able to see it like you would see it in the classroom. And you would find a folder called Uploads folder in your documents, or sorry, in your image media, the media that you've already uploaded. You'll find it there, and you'll be able to put it in. Um, and then of course, if that doesn't work, as far as using Wix, you can upload the photos on your phone to your Google Drive. Just get that app on your phone and upload to your student Google Drive uh, folders. The one that you put your intro to media stuff in. And then from there, Wix will allow you to connect to your Google Drive. Just use your username and password, and you can get images from your Google Drive right to your Wix page that way. All right, so either Wix, the app, or Google Drive. Those are the two I recommend. Um, it's otherwise your job to figure out how to get the pictures from your phone to your Wix page, okay? You should be able to do it. You should be able to do it either way I explained it or another way that you might figure out. All right? And of course, always help each other out. Now, let's get back to our topic, which is rule of thirds. So I've got this presentation for you that I'm going to try to show you. All right, so rule of thirds. All right, it's a design rule. It's a composition rule. So it's a rule that helps uh, you place the important things of your image in a spot where the viewers are more likely to be pleased with seeing it there. I'll kind of describe that. Just to get started though, it looks like a tic-tac-toe grid on top of an image or video screen. Okay, so it looks like this on top of the picture. So you're placing important things either along these tic-tac-toe lines or where they intersect at the hot spots, okay? You can see that this path is, and the light is mostly on the right third side of the photo. Instead of it being dead center, it kind of helps you see from darkness to light, from left to right, darkness to light, right? Dark is the left third, the middle third is midtones, starting to get lighter, coming out of the darkness, and then to the right we have lightness. So you can kind of see it's a journey from dark to light, right? There's different things you could say with that versus just placing this in the center, as far as the center of the road and the center of the picture, right? Also, you could see that the end of the road, the horizon of the road is on the lower third line too. So that's also planned by the photographer. Okay, we have names for these lines. We've got the upper third line, which is the top line that goes from left to right. We have the lower third line, which is the bottom line that goes from left to right. We have the left third line, okay, which is vertical on the left side, and the right third line. And all of this are divided. You break the image up into 3 rows that are equal in height, or 3 columns that are equal in width, or the combination of both, right? Okay, we use the lines to place horizons or walls or objects to make the subject stand out more in the image. To make these stand out more in the image or video frame. Can't even read my own writing. In other words, we want to make use of these lines to control the subject, like I showed here. Okay. There's also hotspots, and those are the blue dots where the lines intersect. You could put important things there as well. If we look here, you could see the hotspot not necessarily utilized in this picture. They use more of the lines themselves, but you certainly can also use these hotspot lines for important subjects to place specific things. Like maybe you have the person's face on this upper right intersection line or something. All right, different things you can do with it. It was discovered, the rule of thirds comes from a mathematical relationship or ratio called the golden ratio. The ancient Greeks discovered it and realized that if you make use of it for architecture or for design, that you have a more pleasing look. And they discovered it actually by observing nature and realized that this golden ratio is found all over nature as far as how three-dimensional objects are construct themselves. I'm going to show you a video right now to help that along. So give me a second and I will get to that here. That's what this was for, okay? Play this.
Having studied the works of the ancient Greeks and Romans, Renaissance artists and builders rediscovered the use of a divine proportion used in building extraordinary structures. Also known as the golden mean, or golden ratio, the divine proportion is a mathematical formulation exhibited in everything from the logarithmic spirals of a nautilus shell to the structure of a pine cone, from the double helix of DNA to the form of the human body itself. The golden ratio arises from dividing a line segment in such a way that the ratio of the whole segment to the larger piece is equal to the ratio of the larger piece to the smaller piece. Renaissance architects and artists used the ratio to design many of the world's most famous buildings and paintings, such as St. Mark's Cathedral in Venice, and paintings such as Leonardo da Vinci's The Annunciation. A golden rectangle is another common construction of the golden ratio. It is 5 times as wide as it is high. Golden rectangles are the most commonly cited golden objects in Renaissance art and architecture. The study of perspective and the golden mean became an obsession for artists like Leonardo da Vinci. Da Vinci was able to recreate the effects he saw in nature. He constantly tried to explain what he saw and devised many experiments to test his ideas. Because he wrote down and sketched so many of his ideas in his notebooks, we know that he was among the very first to take a scientific approach towards understanding how the world works and how we perceive it. When we superimpose lines on Da Vinci's The Annunciation, we can divide the whole rectangle into a spiral of golden rectangles, each diminishing in size by the exact same proportion, phi. The golden mean is also found in one of the most famous number sequences of all time, the Fibonacci sequence.
All right. So that's where it comes from. Basically, they showed this bottom right corner as being the location of phi. And as we wrap around the golden rectangle, we would wind up in this spot. However, if you look at that from every side, you can get 4 more or 3 more of those golden ratio locations and then intersect those lines or those points with lines, and you wind up with the rule of thirds. So it's connected. It's very connected. You need to go like it's connected, okay, to the golden ratio. All right, moving along here. So again, when we use the rule of thirds in our composition and our framing, it's going to make the image look more pleasing and interesting to look at. This also helps the viewer see your subject better. So you tell a better story. Okay, let's go here. You tell a better story when you use the rule of thirds. Okay, so we always want to tell good stories. It makes it more pleasing. Oh, yeah, we already just said that. Okay, and it's used in all types of digital media. Everything we do in this class. I could have talked about the rule of thirds at the beginning of the school year and applied it to everything we've done so far. But I waited till now. Okay, so if we take a look, we could use it for graphic arts, photography, animation, and film and video. Anything that has to do with where to put something in a frame, right? Where it goes in the frame, whether it's this way or this way. Whoa. Oh, what the heck happened there? No, stop. Stop it. Sorry about that. Hit the wrong button. All right, so anyways, remember, anything that has to do with digital media, you can use the rule of thirds for. Last slide, I think. Oh, no, 2 more. This is the most widely used composition rule for digital media. Thus, it's the only one I teach in this class. It's the only one we'll talk about. Professional photographers and cinematographers use this constantly. You see, once you start looking for rule of thirds in things that you see, magazines, advertisements, billboards, TV shows, movies, you'll see the use of rule of thirds all the time. Start looking for it for the rest of the school year. Start using it. You can start using it for this photo challenge, in fact. Make use of the rule of thirds to make and put your subject, that interesting thing that I'm going to ask you to take a picture of each day. Put that on one of the third lines, the upper third, lower third, left third, right third, or use one of the hotspots. Okay, on your cell phones. So on your cell phones, you can, if you haven't already, you can go to your camera settings. So on the iPhone, you go to your settings, right? You go to your settings, and then you go to your camera, and it's right there. It's called grid. You just flip grid on, and when you flip grid on, it's going to see. You can see it there. It's going to help you frame the picture better, or the video. Use it for video too. Okay. And on Android phones and Google phones, you get to your camera settings, you'll find it. I guarantee you'll find it. Okay. So take the quiz. You'll find that there's a link in Schoology now to a quiz I want you to take on all the stuff I just talked to you about in the last 15 minutes, and show what you've learned and utilize this. Use this from now on, especially with this photo challenge. Okay. Good luck, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Send me emails through Schoology on any questions you might have. All right. And here we go. Goodbye.